Today, another session which is on openings in pressure vessels and its design. Again, it's design based on area compensation method. Learning objectives. Learning objectives of the today's session. Understand the basic principle of area compensation method. And second one, design openings provided in pressure vessel. So before starting this principle of area compensation method and design of openings provided in pressure vessel, why openings are used in pressure vessel, that is important. Now here in pressure vessel, you will find some inlets, outlets or pipe connections are provided to the cylindrical pressure vessel or a pressure vessel to take out the gas or the liquid from the vessels. That's why here you will find the openings of these pipe connections, then nozzles, in some of the cases nozzles, again connections which are required from the functionality of the pressure vessel, that is pressure gauges or temperature indicators or gauges are also fitted on the pressure vessels at different locations. And because of that, some openings are essential in pressure vessel. Again, manhole or a handhole for cleaning or other purposes also provided in case of cylindrical pressure vessel or pressure vessel. And that means to provide these openings, in earlier sessions we have seen in design of pressure vessel cell as well as the end closures may be having different shapes. If we would like to provide different openings for this, the functionality, some materials may be removed from the cylindrical or pressure vessel. How to compensate of that material removed from the pressure vessel? That's why we have to study here area compensation method to have a same strength to the pressure vessel of that removed material. That we are going to learn today. And after this session, you will be able to use this area compensation method while designing different openings to the pressure vessel. That is the main objective of today's session. Now let us start. In case of opening a pressure vessel, you will find different connections, inlet, outlet pipes or nozzles. Then connection for gauges, maybe pressure gauge, temperature gauge, or the safety valves or pressure relief valves. Different the attachments are required from safety point of view. And manhole and handholds are provided on pressure vessel. But how to fit it? And for this fitting purpose, some material is removed from the pressure vessel. And these openings to fit this pipe connection, nozzles or the gauges or the manhole or handhole, you will find, or you might have visited any industry or you might have seen the pressure vessel, or in some cases of the boilers, you will find these openings are having generally circular or may have a elliptical shape. Now, in case of manhole or handhole, here in manhole, you will find the inner diameter of the handhole, which is minimum, that is 380 mm. Such a design, such openings are designed by area compensation. And what do you mean by area compensation? I will explain here. Look at this. To provide this opening to the pressure vessel, the pressure vessel is cut. The pressure vessel is cut to fit this opening to the cylindrical cell or a pressure vessel. And because of that, some material is removed from the pressure vessel. That means that area is removed. But how to compensate that area? Because while designing the pressure vessel cell or the end closures, that time we have not taken it into account. If some material is removed from the pressure vessel, there may be possibility of stress concentration or stress. We are facing internet problem. It's okay, but we will try again. Okay, no problem. That area removed must be compensated. But how it should be compensated? By adding some material nearer to that opening. That is area compensation. Again, here you will find in this case, in area compensation method, we are going to compensate the area not a volume. Try to understand. That means we are going to add some area nearer to that fittings or the openings, maybe nozzle or the pipe or the inlet or openings of that pipe. That area added, it is in the form of reinforcing pad, and it's generally having annular circular plate. I will explain in this figure. Now look at this. This is the bottom side is the pressure vessel, and we would like to put here the opening. Now here opening is provided. That means this material is removed from the pressure vessel. But after removing this material here from this, how to compensate this removed material or which is cut from the pressure vessel? That's why extra material which is added at the vicinity of this opening. Suppose this opening is a nozzle. Now this area of the removed material, it should be equal to the area which is added at the vicinity or at the openings. Look at this. This material or this area is removed, and now here the same area material which is added at the vicinity of this opening. This is the opening, and below here it's a pressure vessel. To this pressure vessel, this opening which is joined maybe by welding or another fabrication process. But this area which is removed should be equal to this area added, that is area compensation. But don't consider it's a volume of the material. That's why, and this here area added, it is in the form of rectangular strip, and we are considering this cross-sectional area to take the care of area removed. Therefore, area added or reinforced pad may be used here, and cross-sectional area of the strip here, this is considered. Now here, what do you mean by area compensation? That means to fit the openings, material which is removed from the pressure vessel, and that area of that material removed, it is compensated by adding some new material. And now in this case, you will find this material is removed, and here it is added in both the cases. That means it is in the form of, we have to take the care of area, not the volume. Look at this here. Now take the example of nozzle. Now here, in nozzle is one of the opening which is used in pressure vessel, and how to design this nozzle opening by area compensation method. Now again, important thing here, this reinforcement of the pad or material added, it should be located at the vicinity of the opening. Look at this diagram. It's a opening and which is located at the vicinity. It's the cut part. It is at the vicinity of this opening. Second, area removed is compensated by providing additional area of the material. Again here, while using this reinforced pad or the material which is to be added, it should be in the portion of the cell as a excess thickness. It should be a portion of the nozzle outside the vessel as a excess thickness, or it should be a portion of nozzle inside the vessel as a excess thickness, or in the reinforcement pad or compensating grade. I will explain it in nozzle design. Look at this now here in this opening. You will find it's a nozzle. Now here, look at this. Give attention towards this arrow here or cursor. So you will find below this part is nothing but a pressure vessel, and it's an opening. So this opening is a nozzle. Again, this part or this below part is a pressure vessel or cylindrical cell. And now here, A, total A is written here. This area is removed to fit this nozzle to the cylindrical cell. But how to compensate this area? This area A is compensated in this case by adding the material or the reinforcement material, that is A1, A2, again A3 and A4. But how to add it and how to decide it, we will discuss here. Now in this case, suppose let us assume, but while adding it, we have to also decide now H1 and H2. What is H1 and H2? Limiting dimensions of this nozzle. This is nozzle, limiting dimension of the nozzle. Again, how much part of the area it should be projected of this nozzle, projected inside the pressure vessel. That's why limiting dimension vertically, H1 and H2. Again, you will find here X1 or X. Again, what is X? X is also limiting dimension along the axis of the pressure vessel, along the axis or along this arrow. That is important. Otherwise, what will happen? You may cut more portion and add the area. That's why these limiting dimensions are also important while designing these openings and compensating the cut area. Again, another important point here. Now let us understand the nomenclature used in this case. Now here T, small t, look at this here. Now here this is the cell wall. Cell wall means cylindrical wall thickness or pressure wall thickness. And TR is here, which is used here for the required cell thickness of the hot cylindrical cell. Now cylindrical cell thickness plus this bottom added area, which might be given by A1 here. So you will get the total thickness, that is T. Then Tn. What is Tn? So you will find this is Tn. Tn is the total thickness of the nozzle wall. But in this case, you will find Trn. Trn is the thickness of the nozzle. And Tn is the total. Total means you have to include this compensating thickness also. And this is given by this area A2 here. But Tn is equal to Trm plus this thickness. Like this, T is equal to Tr means cylindrical wall thickness plus the compensating area cell thickness here. Then H1 and H2 limiting dimension, already I have told. X is also limiting dimension along this direction. Then CA means corrosion allowance. Why corrosion allowance is provided? Earlier session I have already explained to you, to take the care of the thinning because of the oxidation or chemical reactions. Then here all CA indicates the corrosion allowance which are provided. Now here this small d. Now what is, we have seen here, this small d is the inner diameter of the nozzle in corroded condition. Corroded means when corrosion is considered, that means we are going to add a CA, that the D plus T, you will get the DI here. Look at this inner diameter. And then when it's corroded, the CA, the DI minus this CA, you will get, or DI plus 2 times CA, you will get this D. The D is equal to DI plus 2CA. Try to understand here. Inner diameter of the nozzle DI. That means this is about the different nomenclature. A1, look at this now here. This A is the material which is removed to feed this nozzle here. But how to compensate this A? A is compensated by A1, A is compensated by A2, A3 and A4. You can say this area which is removed is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, or A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 may be more than A or less than A. I will explain that condition also, when to go for a reinforcing pad or not, or that added area which is sufficient at the vicinity. And you will find this areas A1. Suppose what is A1 now here? Look at this here. This A1. This is the cell thickness, cylindrical cell thickness, and below this A1 is added or area is added. The total area of excess thickness in the vessel cell. It is in the vessel cell. Then what is A2? This is nozzle, which is added in the nozzle. So that's why A2 is the total area excess thickness in the nozzle. And what is A3? Look at this here. It is projected part of the nozzle inside the vessel. That's why area of the inside extension of the nozzle, because nozzle gets extended here. This part. The A1, A2, A3 are the areas for this vessel, the nozzle and extended part of the nozzle. And A4 I am not going to elaborate now, because by using this area A1, A2, A3, whether these compensating areas are sufficient to take the care of removed area A, that we have to check. If it's not sufficient, then reinforcing pads, extra pads are added at the vicinity here. A4 is added as a extra. Otherwise, no need to add it. I will explain that later on. This is about the nomenclature. How to design it, this opening. Look at this. Now, first of all, what we have to do? We have to decide here the limiting dimension X. Limiting dimension X. X means this dimension. And how to decide this dimension? Otherwise, what will happen? You can take this area of compensation towards this side, along this side also. That's why you have to decide this X. The X should be equal to D. D means here inner diameter of the nozzle in corroded condition. That is given here. Look at this. This is D. D means Di plus 2Ca. Ca this side, Ca this side. Di plus 2. Ca means this D. So this X is equal to D, or X is equal to Di plus 2 plus thickness of the cylindrical, total thickness. Total means this T, not only cylindrical cell, this T, including this area thickness also. Then here plus Tn. Tn means thickness of the total thickness of the nozzle. Total thickness means, look at this. This is Tn. This is thickness of the nozzle, Trn, plus this. This is Tn. What we have to do? We have to consider total thickness of the cylindrical valve, total thickness of the nozzle minus 3 times Ca. Out of these two equations, x is equal to d or x is equal to this, whichever is maximum, that is the x. That means you have to decide this x is equal to. So you will get this x from these equations. X is equal to d or x is equal to this, whichever is maximum, that is important. Then second, where d I have already told di plus 2Ca, you will get also idea from this figure also. Now let us find out this area. A is removed, or it which is opening, which is cut to the pressure vessel to fit this nozzle. So how much is this area? So this area here, you have to first of all that find out area removed to fit that opening. A is equal to d into Tr. Look at this. Now Tr in this case is the thickness of the cylindrical cell, this. And what is this? That is d. So that's why the area removed is d into Tr. The loss of area, that is capital A small d into Tr. This d into this thickness, this area you have to find out here, which is cut to fit this opening. Now we have a capital A now by using this expression. Then we have to decide limiting dimension h1 and h2. This dimension h1 and h2 parallel to the nozzle. This is the nozzle parallel to the nozzle. We have to decide this h1 height and h2 height. For that purpose, again, you have to use these relations. h1 or h2 is equal to 2.5 times t minus Ca. T means the total thickness, and which is equal to, T is equal to thickness of the cell plus thickness of the ear. Look at this T, Tr plus this thickness. This is T. This T minus corrosion allowance into 2.5. And again, another expression, 2.5 in bracket, thickness of the nozzle or total thickness of the nozzle minus Ca. Out of these two, whichever is smaller, that is important. The H1 and H2, which is taken from this expression, but out of these two, which one is smaller, that we have to consider, try to understand. Then here, what we have to do, Tr. What is Tr here? Tre means thickness of the cylindrical cell. And in earlier session, we have designed the cylindrical cell. That time we have used the thickness of this T. Now in this case, we are going to use R, thickness of the cylindrical cell. And we have already studied this expression. Thickness of the cell, according to the concept of thin cylinder, thickness of cell is given pi di upon 2 sigma allowable efficiency minus pi. Already we have solved some problems in earlier sessions also by using this expression. This is thickness of cell or cylindrical cell, that is Tr. Now again, what we have to do? Again, we have to find out the thickness of the nozzle here. The Trn. Trn is the thickness of required nozzle wall. Now to find out it, for that purpose, again, we have to use the pi into di into 2 sigma. Expression is same if you are going to compare it. Only here instead of capital D, here what you have to do, the small di. So by using this expression, you will get here Trn. Trn means nozzle thickness or wall, that is Trn. Now we have a thickness of a cylindrical cell. We have a nozzle thickness, wall thickness. We have a total area that we have calculated. Then limiting dimensions of x, limiting dimension of h1 and h2. Now another our target is to find out the compensating area a1, a2, a3 and a4. Now for that purpose, let us find out these areas, compensating areas. Let us find out a1. Now what is a1? Look at the diagram. Here a1 means area or excess area which is added here to the, this is cylindrical cell below which it is added here. The A1 is the total area of excess thickness in the vessel cell. Vessel cell means it is added in TR here. That we have to find out. And how to find out it? That's why here you will find here 2x minus d. Look at this 2x. Now here this side x, this side also x. That's why 2x minus d. D means we have to remove this d here. Middle dimension, this d. From this 2x minus d, so this length remains with you. This side plus this side. And multiplied by now this height only. So how to? That is t minus tr minus ca. That means by using this diagram also you can easily find out this area, or directly you can use this expression 2x minus d. 2x means x plus x minus inside this diameter d. So you will get remaining length from this side you can add it, and plus this height because rectangular shape height. And how to get the value of height? Here t minus tr, and again corrosion allowance here which is shown here. So now here t minus tr into corrosion allowance, you will get the area A1. Similarly, find out the A2. Now in this case, A2 is the total area thickness in the nozzle wall. In the nozzle wall. And how to get the value of this A2? For that purpose, you should know this Tn. Look at this. This is Tn. Tn minus this Trn minus again this Ca. This Ca. So you will get this dimension. And again, what's about this height? Height is equal to h1. So you will find here the 2h1. Why 2h1? Again, this side also it is considered h1 this side and h1 this side. So you will get 2h1, Tn minus Trn minus Ca, you will get A2. Similarly, area A3. Area A3, now area A3 inside extension of the nozzle. Now here in A3, you will find this area Tn, and again this side H2. Now here you find A3 is equal to, again, but what you have to do, you have to subtract the corrosion allowance, the Tn minus 2Ca into y multiplied by 2. Again, this side also we have to consider, that's why it is multiplied by 2, A3. Now we have a A1, A2 and A3. What you have to do? Add it. You will get A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to this total area of the compensating material. But you have to check it whether this A1 plus A2 plus A3 is greater than or equal to A. If it's greater than, so there is no need to add this A4 area or reinforcing pad. Try to understand what I am saying here. When A1 plus A2 plus A3 is greater than the area means already here calculated, this removed material area. If it's greater, this A1 plus A2, so no need to add this reinforcing pad. That means this A1, A2, A3 that is sufficient, or this reinforced material is sufficient. But if it doesn't satisfy the condition, this condition, if the condition is like this, A1 plus A2 plus A3 is less than area, then what to do? So look at this. When condition is not satisfied and A1 plus A2 and A3 is less than area, that time, so we have to find out the remaining area. How to find out that remaining area? A minus, in bracket, A1 plus A2 plus A3, or you will get A4. And that A4 is area that we have to again use to add that A4 by using reinforcing pad. For that purpose, we have to decide the dimension of this reinforcing pad. The reinforcing pad dimension, look at this. Now here, inside the nozzle, inside the vessel and extended portion of the nozzle, we have added already. But looking to that, if A1 plus A2 plus A3 is greater than this A, we can say this added material is sufficient, no need to add reinforcing pad. But if A1 plus A2 plus A3 is less than this area, that time we have to go to use reinforcing pad. Try to understand. That's why how to find out this area of reinforcing pad? So capital A minus A1 in bracket A1 plus A2 plus A3 bracket complete. So you will get A4. This and that area we have to add. Again, where to add it? Now look at this. It is added outside this nozzle part. And it's a circular, or you can say that in the form of annular ring at the vicinity of the nozzle. That's why we have to find out inside diameter and outside diameter of this pad. And how to find out it? Here it is given. Look at this. You will get A4 from this area. And A4, this area is nothing but DPO means outer diameter of the reinforcing pad minus inner diameter of the reinforcing pad into TP. Here in diagram you will get this outer diameter of the nozzle is nothing but a inside diameter of the reinforcing pad. And again here you have to, and how much is the outside diameter of this reinforcing pad? We have to add this thickness here. That's why here it is given DPO minus DPI into TP. This is A4. And again what you have to do by using this expression, and but DPI I have already told Ti plus 2Tn. From the diagram you will get here. Di plus here 2Tn is the DPI. You can substitute, you will get the thickness And sometimes you can assume the thickness for this area is equal to in terms of W into T, because rectangular strips we are going to use to compensate it. This is about the nozzle opening by a design of nozzle opening by area compensation method. I have to complete one more problem. I have referred V.V. Bhandari's book. Now let us see another problem. Now look at this here. 5 minutes remaining. Within that 5 minutes I have to cover it. Look at this. Now pressure vessel, design a opening. Pressure vessel consists of cylindrical cell with inner diameter of cylindrical cell is given. Thickness of cylindrical cell is given. It is provided with a nozzle inner diameter 250. Thickness 15 mm for a nozzle, try to understand. Yield strength of material used for cylinder and nozzle, which is same. SYT is given. And design pressure is 2.5 megapascal. That is design pressure. You know, in earlier problem we have seen the maximum pressure, then design pressure, then hydrostatic testing pressure. Now in this problem, design pressure is already given. The extension of nozzle inside the vessel is given 15. That means H2. In this session, we have seen H1 and H2. Extension of nozzle inside the vessel, H2 is given. The corrosion allowance is also given. Ca is equal to 2 mm, weld efficiency 0.85. Neglecting the area of the weld, determine whether or not a reinforcing pad is required for the opening. If so, determine the dimension of the pad made up of plate of 15 mm thickness. It's a solved problem from V.V. Bhandari's book. Just understanding purpose, I am referring here, and I would like to describe and demonstrate the concepts in design of openings of pressure vessel. Now here look at this. The given data for cylindrical cell, Di is given 1500, T is given. Then for nozzle, Di is given 250. Then thickness of the nozzle is also given Tn 15. This Tn, to try to understand, refer this diagram. Tn is equal to 15. Thickness of nozzle. And this is Trn, means thickness of nozzle wall. Similarly, now it's cylindrical cell. Thickness T20 given. Look at this. T means this cylindrical cell. But Tr is the thickness of cylindrical wall, Tr. Then Ca is also given 2 mm efficiency. H2, projected part of the nozzle, H2. Inside it, this projected part, H2 is given 15 mm. Then Tn 15 mm is also given. Tn is 50, means this projected part thickness Tn is also given. That means we have this dimension. And if for a pad, if whether it is required or not, that we have to decide, and then we can use thickness 15 for rectangular strip. Now let us start. So what you have to do, first of all, find out allowable stress. How to find out it? SYT upon FOS, that is 1.5. You will get sigma T is equal to 1.33, and this is according to, you know, the code. This FOS is used according to the code. Then required cell thickness means cylindrical wall thickness, Tr. How to find out it? We know that, and already in earlier session we solved some problem by using this expression, Pi Di upon 2 sigma T efficiency minus Pi. This is thickness of cylindrical wall. Substitute the value. Pi is given inside pressure 2.5. Di is given for the pressure cell 1500. Sigma T allowable, which is calculated, efficiency 0.85, and pressure 2. You will get thickness Tr 16.70. Then next, what you have to do, once you know the thickness of the cylindrical wall thickness, find out the nozzle thickness. Nozzle thickness is also calculated, Pi Di upon sigma T. Now here, instead of here, capital Di, small di is considered. But in statement, it is already given Di, nozzle for nozzle, that is 250. You can substitute here 250. Pi is same, everything is same. You can substitute, you will get thickness of the nozzle wall thickness. Trn means nozzle wall thickness 2.79. Again, D is equal to Di plus Ca. Di is given for the nozzle, that is how much? 250. 250 plus 2 Ca, that is 254. And we have to find out the area which is removed to feed that nozzle, that is D into Tr. Now this D, that is 254, we have calculated here, Di plus 2 Ca into Tr. Tr here already calculated from the cell thickness. Substituting it, you will get the area, the material which is removed, area. And this area help us to find out, to decide the reinforced pad. Now again, what you have to do, decide the X. X means limiting dimension, whether X is equal to D or X is equal to this expression. Now by using this expression, you will get 254 and here 154. So whichever is less, that value we are going to use, that is x is equal to 154. Earlier I have already explained that. Out of these two, which one that you have to refer. Then next, limiting dimension of H1 and H2. Now in this problem statement, already H2 is given, projected part of the nozzle, that is H2 is given. We have to find out H1. The H1 is equal to 2 times in bracket T minus C and Tn minus C. By using this expression, we can find out. And out of these two, 45 and 32, whichever is smaller, that we have to consider as per earlier sessions. So we can take the value of H1, H2 is given, that is 15 in problem statement. So what we have to do? Length. That means we have calculated all the values of T, TRA and H1, H2, X and X2. Now let us find out the area. Again, area means we are in compensating this A1, then A2 and then A3 projected part. I have already explained this expression. By substituting the values, you will get this area. But you will find here, this total area